Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 1956 Lotus 11. Now I know you're looking at the thumbnail going 775 horsepower isn't all that much, but when you couple it with 447 pounds-feet of torque from a 3.2 litre twin turbocharged V8 and the fact that it only weighs 1,123 pounds, you do realise that 775 horsepower is more than enough. And especially so when it's now got all-wheel drive, and it can do 0 to 60 in 2.973 seconds and 0 to 100 in 5.170 seconds. So easily one of the least powerful vehicles I've had on this series, but like I said, with such little in the way of weight and fairly decent aerodynamics, this should be rather quick. Only concerns are the fact that it doesn't have any downforce whatsoever, and couldn't change the suspension, so still dealing with mid-50s suspension, which, within its stock form with barely any horsepower at all is alright, but when we're dealing with nearly 800, it's probably going to throw up some challenges. So, nonetheless, let's get out there and see what this classic racer can do. So as you can see, the torque is already making the car wobble back and forth as we change gear, so not got too many hopes that it's going to do anything in terms of traction, but as you can see, we're already doing 238 there, so acceleration wise I should hopefully make up for the lack of handling. So there's 252 as we hit the edge of the tunnel wall. I do apologise, but this car is relentlessly quick and also difficult to handle, so might be a few crashes, but there's 265. Yeah, it's weird really, in the week that we've had the Rimac C2 come out, that this is fairly similar in terms of the acceleration that it has on the go, even though it has a lot less power. But then again, it also weighs around 4 times less, so you can see the handling is less than perfect because the suspension is literally all over the place. Gone off. 265 is still pretty good, and we're not even done yet, so I'm sure we can improve upon that even more, especially with the relentless acceleration that it's got on the go. Yeah, it's not going to handle these corners very well, that's for sure. Yeah, 265 is pretty good for our first run on the this side of the motorway. So let's see what we can do on the other side. But yeah, handling and braking is not that great at all, even with all the upgrades that I've given it. It's just the fact that we can't change the suspension that is the big money breaker with this, to be honest. Plus obviously being quite lightweight, hits anything more than a twig and it's just going to slow down dramatically. But it also means that it doesn't have much weight in the way to lug up any of these inclines, even with the lack of torque. So come on, 267, 268, 269. We're nudging 270, but we've definitely got 269. Before we inevitably went off on that corner. Yeah, the brakes do not work very well. Even upgraded, then just not able to deal with all this extra speed and power. If we can get a clear run on this bit. Going to do it. No, I think we're going to get, that's all we're going to get, which is still incredible rate of speed when you consider the lack of power, the still aged suspension, and obviously never being able to meant to deal with this level of power or speed. 269 mile an hour is pretty good. Granted, I feel like we could, if had better suspension and a little bit more control, especially when it comes to any of the easier corners. Then we could easily have done 270, maybe even 271. But yeah, nonetheless, 269 mile an hour is pretty damn good. It means that it matches the likes of the Saleen S7 and the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, which are far newer vehicles. And it also beats the Mosler MT900S, the Maserati MC12 Versione Corsa, Vauxhall VX220 Turbo, Nissan R390, Porsche Cayman GTS, and the TVR Griffith, which again are all far newer than this. So yeah, really impressed by this. Just wish we could change the suspension and maybe have a little bit of extra downforce, but then again the downforce would have limited the top speed and we wouldn't have got to this level. But I think if the suspension was better, we might well not have needed that downforce, because yeah, it does wobble around a fair bit, even with the fact that it's such a lightweight body. So yeah, if we could change the suspension, I imagine again we could have got up to 270, 271, but as it is, that is still really rather good. And yeah, easily one of the quickest old cars that we've had. In fact, let me just check, see if we've got any cars that are as old or older than this in the top 10 or the top 20. Well, yeah, this is the second oldest car that we've had in the top 20, with only the 1932 Ford Custom Double Down beating it. So yeah, really good. I'm really impressed. And again, that Ford Custom Down as Double Down, as old as it says it is, only some parts are, whereas obviously a lot of it has been upgraded to be a modern day hot rod. So yeah, fairly impressed by this, considering it's a mid-50s classic racer that it still has mid-50s classic racer suspension. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.